dad bought me long-sleeved shirts for 3 years and never wondered why I refused to take them off. My mother only wanted to burn one of her children, me, not my younger sister with her participation trophies. Just me, the eldest daughter who reflected poorly on the family. When I was 11, we were all doing homework when my dad noticed me flinch while writing. What's wrong with Sylvia's hand? Before I could speak, I felt mom's perfectly manicured nails on my shoulder. Oh, she touched the stove earlier while helping me cook. Didn't you, honey? My dad kissed my forehead, completely unaware my own mother was burning me for every little mistake. Every evening at 6:55 p.m., while dad was getting ready for his night shift, mom would inspect my assignments with a magnifying glass. 97%, she'd announced that particular evening, her voice tight with disappointment. 3 points from perfect. You know what that means. But mom, the teacher said it was excellent. I was cut off by the sound of her lighting the candle. Hold your hand over it. 30 seconds for each point you missed. My little sister Jasmine's papers got smiley faces and good job stickers for her B's. Mine got inspected for microscopic flaws. Mom, please, it hurts. Shh. She pressed a finger to her lips. Do you hear that? That's dad's car starting. Unless you want Jasmine to learn about perfection too, you'll be a good girl. I tried to tell my dad indirectly, but I gave signs. Is it normal for your hands to shake when you write? I asked him once during breakfast. My mom's laugh was light and practiced. Perfectionist tendencies. I was the same at her age, always pushing herself too hard. By winter, things were falling apart in ways even mom couldn't hide. I couldn't even sit down without wincing. After a teacher noticed the burns during PE, my punishment was watching the family throw Jasmine a party for her report card while mom stayed behind at home with me. That was the first time she introduced what she labeled furnace time, where I stood in front of the living room fire in as little clothes as possible. That was when I stopped fighting. I looked at my scarred hands one morning and didn't see the damage everyone else saw. I saw what mom had been telling me for years. Imperfect, flawed, deserving of punishment. You're right, I told her after getting a 99% on my math test. I'm imperfect. I deserve to burn. For the first time in 2 years, she looked uncertain. Well, it was only 1 point off. No, imperfection is imperfection. You were right, mom. You see, we both knew what would happen if I took it too far. CPS visit, maybe a group home, but I was too obsessed with fixing myself to care anymore, to fight fire with fire, if you will. Lol. And at school the next day, I got my essay back. 94%. As soon as I got home, I stuck my head into the oven over and over. After the 6th time, my mom was begging me to stop with tears in her eyes. No, mom, I'm broken. I was born broken and need to be fixed. It was her words, now being echoed in my mouth. A week later was the academic awards ceremony. I won the Excellence Award, the highest GPA in my grade. Walking to the stage felt like moving through smoke. As I reached up to accept the trophy, my sleeves rode down, revealing extensive scarring up both arms. The principal grabbed my wrist in shock. It's okay, I said calmly into the mic. I got a 98 on that test. I deserved it. I believed every word. Sylvia, dad's voice cut through everything. He was standing, finally seeing what the long sleeves had hidden. The layers upon layers of scar tissue. Systematic patterns of punishment marking every imperfection. Mom rushed the stage like she'd been shot from a cannon. She's troubled. She does this to herself. Dad's entire face changed as everything clicked at once. Mom yanked on the part of my arm most littered with burns, and suddenly my white shirt was being stained with blood. The last thing I heard before I passed out was Jasmine's voice, high and scared, finally telling the truth. Mom made me watch. She said if I wasn't perfect, I'd be next. I woke up in the hospital to the sound of dad crying. 3 years, he kept saying. 3 years of scars, and I worked nights through all of it. The social worker's voice was professionally calm, but I could hear the disgust. Mr. Hayes, she's been systematically abused for approximately 3 years. The scarring patterns indicate escalating punishment methods. If she'd continued this pattern of self-harm belief, we'd be having a very different conversation. Mom played her last card from across the room where an officer was watching her. He made me do it, she said, voice steady as a snake. He's obsessed with having perfect daughters. I was protecting her from worse. And as I sat in the hospital room, surrounded by burn cream and bandages, I smiled, because I knew what I had to do to get revenge on mom and make it right. Full story on channel, link below.